Joined here by Houston Dash head coach Fabrice Cottrell. We'll also catch up with Avery Patterson and Messiah Bright following this opening portion with head coach. We'll just start with opening remarks, Fabrice, following today's match here against Bay FC.
Obviously pleased with how we responded in the second half. Again, one thing we told our players was if you look at everything leading up to our first goal, there were some really good spells of football. And then as soon as we score, we kind of like start seeding or kind of retreating. And so, yeah, just talked about the mentality piece, and we have to keep believing that we can play that way and not be surprised by that. So that was just something we talked about internally.
Thank you for that. We'll take questions here in the room. We'll start with Al.
Hey, Coach.
Hi.
I believe both Alozi and Dulhan started the first games of the season. Just talk about them a little bit and what you saw.
Yeah, look, I think, Evelina is a very good player for us. She had a little injury, so she's kind of, worked her way back, but she's a really good pocket player, good football player, comes from overseas, and yeah, we're excited to trying to get her back in the mix. And then we felt Michelle has been coming off the bench quite well with stretching the last line and all that, so we felt she deserved a go, and I thought she had a really good first half, and so yeah, overall. Good.
Talk about Patterson's goal. She kind of had the same angle in the 9th minute, and then your thoughts on the goal?
Yeah, I mean, she can strike with both feet. She's one of our more dangerous players when she goes at people one-on-one, especially as a defender. She creates havoc, and she's shown that she can score from a lot of different angles. So yeah, she's a big part of what we do, and I'm happy with how she's performing.
Impact substitute, Bright scores her first goal of the season. Just what you've seen from her so far.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy for her because she has been putting in a lot of work, and I think for her to get that goal the way she did, the way she dribbled at the front foot of the defender, got her off balance and put it away, like I couldn't be happier for her. So really, she's earned it.
Barbara was involved in both goals. Can you talk about how important her role is in your attacking setup?
Yeah, she's dynamic, and she's getting better and better and better. I think one of the things she's really grown in is her positioning, when we have the ball. And I think that's been really evident, and she has that bite, she has that tenacity. Yes, she was tired a little bit towards the end, but yeah, she always brings that energy, and I'm really pleased for her.
And how would you assess your team's response after going down 2-1, especially with the equalizer goal?
I mean, yeah, thrilled. I mean, I think for us, we've always shown we could be better in the second half. But again, we got to grow in the mentality when we score, not to cede and just keep going and keep pushing. So yeah, really positive. There's a lot of positives to take for sure, and we keep building.
Hey, Joe, go ahead.
2 weeks in a row, you're receiving 2 goals in really quick succession. What can you tell us about what sort of like morale hit that does to the players, or will you tell the players to pick the game back up from that?
Well, it is. I mean, obviously, there's not really timeouts in soccer, so as those things happen, they have to solve it and work through it. So yeah, I mean, in terms of post, I think we look a lot at how the goals were scored, and so that's something for us. We just got to keep weeding out. If you look at the second goal, I think I don't want to say it's a bit unfortunate, but we just have to be better. We have to be cleaner. I think we kind of gifted them that goal in that moment, so we got to clean that up for sure.
Anything else in the room before we wrap up? Thank you, Fabrice.
All right, thank you guys.
Alrighty, we're joined here by Houston Dash forward Messiah Bright. Messiah, we'll just start with opening remarks following today's match here against Bay FC, please.
Say that again?
Just opening remarks. What do you take away from today's match?
Yeah, I think it was a hard-fought game between the girls. I think it was really good to come out on the front foot, scoring first. Avery scored an amazing banger, like she always does. But just the team build, moving into that to make that play happen, was really awesome. And those are some things that we've been working on as a group to try to be more consistent at. And showing that moment is like who we are as a group. I also just thought that we need to close out games in those moments, sort of like using the home field advantage, which I don't think we've captivated enough just yet. But I think the team fought really hard. Me subbing in, I was honestly just coming in, doing what I could for the group. And I think it was a perfect build leading up to that goal as well, and like what we've been working on, and to show like a true example of who we are. So yeah, I'm looking to use that momentum to use those as lessons and grow as we move on to Orlando.
Thank you very much. We'll take
Thanks.
questions from here in the room. We'll go with Al.
What's your mindset coming in as a substitute? Do you envision what happened, or and how did it feel scoring?
Yeah, what's funny is I always like remind myself that I'm going to score. I mean, there's been some games where I haven't, but just speaking that into fruition every single time, giving myself positive reinforcement, because the power of the tongue. So yeah, I mean, when the moment presents itself, I'm going to try to be prepared as much as I can. And in that moment, we were down already a goal. So I think that was the perfect example to stay composed in a tough situation and do what I know that I can do. And yeah, just put my team back in the game.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What exactly did you see developing in that play, and like how did you find the space to finish?
Yeah, so I've been working a lot on hold-up play, just as a center forward, as a 9. And then happily Barb was underneath me to lay it off and me get it back. I knew there was going to be space in behind, especially with holding off that player that was on me. And then she played it into a really good pocket. And then at that moment, I knew it was going to be a 1v1 situation. So I think that's also something that I know that I'm good at, and I've had a little hiccups here and there on exploiting those type of situations. So I just knew attacking her back foot and keep attacking her at speed with momentum. And then luckily that pocket in the middle opened up, and I knew where the goal was. So yeah, just picking my moment and yeah, putting it on frame. Thank you.
Anything else in the room before we wrap up? Okay, Messiah, thank you very
Awesome.
much.
Thanks, guys.
Alrighty, we're joined here by Houston Dash defender Avery Patterson. We'll start with opening remarks. Avery, following today's match here against Bay FC.
Yeah, I think, the first half, we came out strong. I think after we scored, we got a bit complacent. I think we started getting more numbers behind the ball rather than trying to get a second one. But I think props to Messiah, and I think our entire team in the second half for being able to pull out another one.
Hey, Avery.
Hi.
Congrats on the goal. I was talking to the coach about this earlier. You kind of had that same play in the 9th minute. What did you see this time? 20 minutes later, you make it in this time.
Yeah, I forgot about the one in the 9th minute, actually. I guess that did give me the confidence to go hard on my left. I think in my head, I figured that they had scouted that I was probably going to do a step over and cut to my right foot. So kind of anticipating that they had probably scouted it again, the right foot, and going to my left foot. I guess the 9th minute shot gave me the confidence to have a go with my left.
How did it feel to put it in the back of the net?
Great. It's an indescribable feeling. I think anytime you're scoring, it's a dopamine rush that is hard to replicate. So, great feeling.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
You've scored in back-to-back home matches, so how does that give you the, confidence, or do you do that to set the tone early to kind of set the match?
I think it's not purposefully in the first half of home matches, but I think any time that I can contribute, either assist-wise or goal-wise, I think, obviously that's how you win games. So, that's the main goal.
And can you speak to you and Barbara's chemistry on the field? Because you guys are just making it happen.
Yeah. Barbara's another young player on the team that, I do think we have good chemistry on the field, and she's a creative player, and I love to play with her. Yeah, it's great.
Hi, Avery.
Hello.
How do you think the team performed overall today?
I would say that there were stints that we should be proud of, but also stints where I think we can build from. I think we kind of came out flat in the second half. So making that a goal, a team goal to come out instead of like we're up one, maybe like we're down one, and putting it down their throat rather than them just coming at us and having majority of possession. So I think overall team goal. Team performance, I would say we're happy to come away with a point. Obviously disappointed to not get the 3, but happy to get the point.
Avery, good evening. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
Good, thank you. You gave us something to scream about during our broadcast, so a golazo. We appreciate that. But you did mention that right after that, the team kind of either disappeared or forgot something.
Yeah.
Talk to us about that moment, and was that something Coach discussed at halftime?
I think it's more tactics on how we can get into positive positions. I think we weren't giving ourselves the opportunities to get into good positions in the second half, just because we had so many people behind the ball. So it wasn't a coaching decision. It was just, I think, us wanting so badly to keep the 3 points that it turned into more of a transition game for us rather than, okay, let's be on the front foot here in the second half. Playing with the belief that we can continue to score rather than, it just having to be a 1-0 win. It can be a 2-0 win, a 3-0 win. It's definitely something that we are going to learn from.
It takes time, I imagine, to learn from this. As you go away to the women's national team, talk to us about, I know it's exciting and we're so proud of you, but talk to us about this next opportunity.
Yeah, it brings me to a loss for words almost, because it is something, I've said this time and again in a lot of interviews, but it's something that you want for so long that once you actually are there and in that environment, you kind of have to have a pinch yourself moment. It's so exciting, and it's not something that I take for granted at all. I think every day there is an opportunity, and I'm very excited to learn from all of the girls there.
You deserve it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Before we wrap up here with Avery, yes, go ahead.
What changed more or less the last 10 minutes of the game where the team had two shots, one go off the crossbar and the one off the post?
Yeah.
It just seemed like a whole different team towards the end. What sort of changed?
I think it's a kind of a combination of having the confidence after the second goal, after we scored. Messiah's run was insane, but I think that kind of lit a fire under all of us. And I think that also the subs coming off the bench, Kiki and Maggie, I think were the two that hit the crossbar. I thought one of them was in for sure, but huge props to them. They brought a fire off the bench, and I mean, on top of Messiah's goal, I think that kind of transformed us in the last 10 minutes.
I think we'll wrap up with that one. Avery, thank you very much.
Thanks, everyone.